right, so now you have a really good feeling for how to bring in video, which is what you should have done, and you should also have your one picture. And you should know about the panels. You've learned a little bit about the tools, things, but now we're going to organize and create a video that is going to show your creativity. So the very first thing that we need to do is when you brought in your picture of your pirate, it came in really, really big. So, I mean, I can move it around, but I can only see bits and pieces of it, that type of stuff. So what we need to do is go over here to Effect Controls. Make sure that you are selected over here on the timeline. Then go to your source panel and go to Effect Controls. Toggle the little down arrow, and you see where it says Scale. And you can either click and drag it, see how I have that, and we'll make it smaller or bigger, or you can click on it and put in a number. And sometimes it's the right size or not, that's why toggling is a little bit better. So go ahead and make sure that you have scaled this so that you can see it. And then if you need to, when you are putting it on top of your other parts of your video, we can also make it smaller. So that's one of the first things. The second thing is we were supposed to, at the beginning, one of the things you should have done, which you might not have, is create a color mat so that if we wanted to put this on a color mat, or if we wanted to put our title on a solid color, there's no video and you don't have to go out and take it. So what you have to do is if you move this over so that you can see these icons at the bottom, it says new item, and we're going to go ahead and call it color mat. And then you hit OK, and then we can pick a color. So I don't know, I actually kind of like the black, but we're going to pick a color for our title. So we'll pick somewhere in the picture for this. If you click on the eyedropper, I can go over here and click on this and it will be the exact color. So if you want to color match, you can do that by clicking the eyedropper. So we're going to do that and we're going to click on it. So now I have a color mat that I can click, hold, and drag it over here. Now I use my CTI so that I can move it around and scrub through my video. Those are two things that you should remember from last week. If you click on the color and you put it towards the front, you notice how it just cuts this off and it makes it smaller, etc. So that's not what we want to do. So if I hit Control Z, which is your friend, that means undo, it will put it back to where you want it to be. So now if I take and I put it up here on this video 2, right now I have all my video on video 1, but now look what happens. I have my color mat and then this comes up. Now there are several ways to move things, but the easiest way is if you if you click and drag, I can move everything. So now when I scrub through, I could have my title, and then I can have everything here. Now we are going to use this. That's one of the things we're going to talk about for when you are being creative, but just a little bit later in our video. So I'm going to go ahead and move this back. And then I'm going to double click on my video track, double click on it, and now it's a little bit bigger of a thumbnail so that you know what you're talking about. And you can, if you want, if you're not using your sound just yet, you can move your sound so it's down at the bottom. And so it just makes it a little bit easier to see. So you need to make sure you know that you double click to make it bigger, double click to make it smaller. Not something that I'm going to see in the final video. I'm just trying to make it easier for you.